Okay. So basically, I will share the template and you can try creating the report of Q-Patrix and that matters explorable second and Windows second. Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear this much?
Yeah, this was just clear to me.
Now we can discuss the very important tools, which are first we have Nexus, second we have OWASP ZEP,
Mm-hmm.
and third we have WebSuite.
Mm-hmm.
So Nexus is mainly used for scanning the
Mm-hmm.
vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
Now you can scan the vulnerabilities of the website, of the
Yeah.
system, or of your server, or of your own machine. Okay, that
Okay.
is
Yeah.
Nexus. Now Nexus is a very powerful tool, and this is the tool you will going to use in your organizations, like in the real life scenarios, mainly in the
Mm-hmm.
companies. Okay, that is why it is very
Okay.
important. Secondly, we have this ZAP. ZAP is also used for the same purpose, which is scanning for the vulnerabilities. But it is like it is a kind of a not that much important or not that much powerful scanner, and it is only for the examination. You will not going to
Okay.
use this one in the real life scenarios because it is not powerful enough. You will going to use in your examination. That's it. That is why it is
Okay.
important just for the examination, but it is not as much powerful as for the real life scenarios. Okay,
Okay.
but still you can give it a shot. Then we have
Okay.
WebSuite. WebSuite is
Mm-hmm.
mainly for intercepting. WebSuite has like many features. First, it will help you to intercept your request and responses of the website. Secondly, it will be used for applying the brute force attack.
Okay.
And third, it is also used for scanning the vulnerabilities. And it is very important application if you are finding the bugs on the website. It is mainly for the websites and applications like Android application or iOS application. Okay, for example,
Okay.
you are browsing a website, and for example, let's say we have this login page. Okay, let's say we have this login page. Now you have to find the vulnerability on this login page. So basically, you can see this is a main login page of Instagram. And if you try to hack this machine, hack this page, you will not going to hack like this because it is fully secured. But there's a some kind of vulnerability. Maybe there's a some kind of vulnerability in the background. Like whenever you
Okay.
intercept the request, maybe you can find any vulnerability while sending any request or while receiving the response of this Instagram. Because whenever we are sending the
Okay.
request to any page, we are sending many things with the page, not just the Instagram.com, but we are also requesting for many other pages. Okay, that I will show
Okay.
you. WebSuite is
Mm-hmm.
also for finding the vulnerabilities in the website and not very basic, very deep level vulnerabilities. Again, it is a
Okay.
very, very powerful tool if you are going for the website penetration testing. Okay, or for the bug hunting. Is
Okay.
it clear the purpose of these applications?
Yeah, it's
Now,
clear.
first we will try Nexus. Again, Nexus is for Linux and for Windows. So you can simply, we will use in the Windows. So you can simply search for Nexus download. Okay, you can click on this first URL, which is Tenable Nexus.
Okay.
And you can click on download.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after downloading, you have to install it. So the installation process is not straightforward. So let me show you the documentation.
Okay.
After downloading, you have to install it. You can install it simply. And once you install your Nexus, you have to search for Nexus here. Okay, Nexus web client. And you can click on
Yeah.
open. It is a web-based application.
Okay.
And you can click on advanced here and click on proceed.
Mm-hmm.
So when you install it, it will ask you for a login. Sorry, for the sign up.
Yeah.
Okay, now how to sign up? So here's the installation process. Okay, so this is the installation process. Installation is straightforward. You can click on next. You can click on the agree on the license agreement, and then you can click on I accept and click on next and install. After installing, once you configure your Nexus, that is a bit complex. Okay, after
Okay.
installing, you have to open the
Yep.
Nexus like this one only. You can search for Windows like Nexus, and you can open the web client of Nexus. And then you have to apply your office email, not your home email. Okay, you have to apply your office mail, or you can search for temp mail here. Okay, you can click on this first URL, temporary mail. You can also you can also try this temporary mail. If you don't want to use your office mail for security reasons, then you can use this mail. Otherwise,
Okay.
your home email will not work here. So you can simply copy any of your mail here, copy it, and you can apply sign up. Okay, you
Okay.
can apply your email, you can apply your name and your password, set your password. If the
Okay.
Nexus share you any verification code, so you will get here only in this
Okay.
particular page.
Mm-hmm.
So you will get any verification here only. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
after verification, you can just remove this window, like you no longer need this email address. Then you can
Oh,
start. Then the Nexus will ask you, yeah, Nexus will ask you what kind of Nexus or what kind of package you want to use. We have Nexus Premium, we have Nexus Essentials. So you have to click on the Nexus Essentials. It is free for use. Okay, you can try
okay.
up around 30 scan for free.
Okay.
Okay, after scanning, then you have to install some plugins for the Nexus. So you can click on install plugins. That is also very automatic. After
Okay.
installing the plugins, you will have this screen here to log in. So you can log in with
Mm-hmm.
your email address or your username. So username. So this is the login screen. Like this is the dashboard of an Axis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here in the My Scan, you will find all your scans that you have done. In the All Scan, you will find your every scan, like your website scan or whatever, all the scans. In the trash,
Okay.
you will find your removed scan. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So first you will install. So you will find no scan here. Okay, so here you can try around 30 scan for free. Then
Mm-hmm.
here you can now how to scan any website or any target. So now you can click on your new scan.
Mm-hmm.
So now it will ask you what kind of scan you want to try. Here we have this scanner. These are the default scanner. You can start with scanning the host discovery. Like you can check if your particular host is up or down. You can start with a basic network scan. You can start with the advanced scan, advanced dynamic scan, malware scan, and this one mobile scan is not free. Then you can start with you can also scan any website, web application test here. You can scan the credentials, you can scan any kind of operations here, okay, which are free here. Okay,
Okay.
you can also scan the servers like Windows Server with the help of this Active Directory Starter Scan, and others are not
Mm-hmm.
free. Okay, so let's say if
Yeah.
you want to scan a website. So you can click on this web application test. You can also create your own scan in the user defined scan. So here you can create your own scan. But here,
Okay.
these
Yeah.
scan are enough. So you can click on this web application test here. And here you have to mention your scan name. Let's say website underscore scan 101. You can mention any name. You can mention the description, which is not important. Now scans, like where you want to save your scan, that is in the my scan only. And then target of your IP address or your domain of your target machine. So basically, we will
Okay.
going to scan this website, which is test.php.1map.com.
Okay.
So this is by default a vulnerable website, and it is again for practice only.
Yep.
We will copy this URL. And okay, so here you can mention the IP address of the website, or you can mention the domain of your website. So
Okay.
it is again a vulnerable website, and it is provided by Accountex. Accountex is again a company of a vulnerability scanner, and Accountex is a very powerful vulnerability scanner, but it is not free for use. Okay, but I will show you how you can install it for free, how you can connect this application. Okay, once we are done
Okay.
with these applications. Accountex is like more powerful than Nexus, and it is mainly for the enterprise only. Okay,
Okay.
so here we can click on here. You can also schedule this scan if you want. You can also enable the notification on your email ID. Then in the discovery, you can start with the common ports. You can click on all ports here. Port scan all ports. And then in the assessment, you can also make some changes, like what kind of vulnerability you want to scan. So here we have this quick vulnerabilities, like which will scan only the important ones. But here we want the scan for the all vulnerabilities, which is complex one.
Okay.
And then you can also create a report. Advanced is fine. Okay, scan type default. Now here you can click on save. So now your scan is created, which is this one. You can see in the bottom website scan 101. Now you can click on display button launch. So once you click on launch, this will start scanning this particular website. Okay, you can notice now the scan has been started.
Okay.
Here. You can see website scan, and it is today at 1:07, and it is on demand. So when you click on this one, you will find all the details of the scan here.
Okay.
So here you will find the details of the scan. Now what kind of details you will find? So let's see an example. Let's say this is the scan of any website. I think. See, this is the scan of the metasploitable machine.
Yeah.
Okay, your metasploitable machine which you have hacked already. So this is a scan. Now, with the help of this Nexus, we can scan the server. We can also scan the websites. We can also scan the any kind of application. Okay, like iOS, also Android also. And you can also scan for the malwares and so on, also for the credentials. So this is the scan of the metasploitable second machine. Means you're this machine. Okay, so I have scanned it previously. So now you will find the details here in this particular scan. Like for example, you will get a pie chart here, a donut chart, where you will get how many vulnerabilities are there, which one are critical, which one are high, which one are medium, low, and info. And here you will get the list of all the vulnerabilities here. And then in the VR top threats. So these are the top threats of your machine. And then you will find the history here. So in the vulnerabilities, you will find the vulnerability of your machine. For example, here you can see NFX exported share information disclosure. So there's an information disclosure vulnerability on your target machine. You can click on that particular vulnerability and you can find all the information. For example, the description of that vulnerability, the solution, how you can fix it, and the output. And then which port is vulnerable because of this particular vulnerability, which is port number 2049 is vulnerable. And this is the IP address of the host. And then again, here you can notice VHC server password is password. So it is another vulnerability where we have this VHC server. It is like the server for gaining the access on the target machine. It is like any desktop. Okay, like whenever you are gaining remote access to the target machine. And here we have this description of the vulnerability. What is the solution? So the vulnerability is that the password of the VNC server is password only, which is a very weak
Okay.
password. So how you can save it? You can have this like solution here and which port is vulnerable. So you will find all the vulnerabilities and their information here. Also the severity level, which one is critical, which one is high, which one is like low, and which one is medium. Is it clear this much?
Yes, that's clear to me.
And it is like very easy to use. You can get this invalid target. Also target specification. So you can see we have this error here. So what we can do, we can simply configure this scan, and we can change, we can remove this HTTP from here. I think that
Okay.
is the problem, and click on save again. And then we can click on my scans and we can start again. Okay, so same as here, you can try any of the scan. You can start with an advanced scan also. You can start with this advanced dynamic scan also. For example, if you click here, here you have to mention the IP address. Let's say I want to scan this machine, Metasploit TV. So you can power on this machine. You can find the IP address of this machine, and then here you can mention the IP address of your server or any of the server you are scanning, and then you can click on save scan. Okay, so this is very easy application to use. Now you can see the scan has been started, which is you can see of this website, which is test PHP. Here you can see the policies, web application attack. The status is running here, and this is a CVT base, and then scanner here, which is a local scanner, and the start time here. And once this tool will started to find the vulnerability, you will get all the vulnerabilities here. Okay, whatever the vulnerabilities, it will found.
Yeah.
Is it clear how you can use it?
Yeah, that's clear to me.
For example, I have also scanned one more website, which is this website, which is Bitcard. Okay, now here you can see in the vulnerabilities, we in this website, which is Bitcard, there's no severe level vulnerability. All are information. For example, HTTP multiple issues, Apache server version is revealed here, Nexus scan information, Nginx server is revealed here, and so on. And web server directory animation. So you can find all other vulnerabilities like information of the vulnerabilities when you will click on that particular vulnerability, like description, and you can also see the references, the output, and the port which is vulnerable or the port which is affecting the vulnerability. Okay, so this is how we can use Nexus. So this will take around some time. Okay, there's one more option. Now this is the scan of Metasploit TV, which is this machine. Okay, so in the Metasploit TV, we have around 63 vulnerabilities. Okay, you can see here. Now you can also create a report of these vulnerabilities. Let's say you want to show it to someone else, some authorities. So there's an option of creating a report. So you can click on this report option here. And now it is asking for what kind of report you want to create, HTML report, PDF, or CSV. So you can click on PDF also, or you can also create a HTML. So we can click on PDF. And then what kind of report or what kind of elements you want to include in your reports. Like you have to include the complete list or the detailed vulnerabilities or the detailed plugin reports or the vulnerability operations. So you can click on this first option or any option you want. It depends on your needs or on the requirements. So you can click on this first, which is complete list of vulnerabilities by host. And you can click on generate report. So now it is generating the report of this particular scan. And once the report is generated, it will simply start down. Okay, now you can see we have this report here of this scan of Metasploiting. So you will click on this report. So it is report by Nexus. You will have this name here, the time and date of this machine, of this scan, and then the table of contents, which is vulnerabilities by host. Okay, then here you can see vulnerabilities by host. So we have these vulnerabilities. So these vulnerabilities are like just the name of the vulnerabilities which are found in the website, not the detailed version. For example, in this IP address, in this server, we have found 10 critical vulnerabilities, 6 high vulnerabilities, 17 medium, 7 low, and information is 65. And these are the vulnerabilities. So it is like just a list of all the vulnerabilities. If you want a detailed version of the vulnerabilities, then you can simply click on report again and click on the second option, detailed vulnerabilities by host, and click on generate report. So this will show you the detailed version of your report, of your vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
Okay, and once completed, you can click on this report. Now you can see the size of the report, which is number of pages are 2 to 1. So it is like a large report. So now you
Yeah.
can create these detailed reports for your cybersecurity team, and you can create a short report for the higher authorities. Okay, because they prefer the short reports over long reports because they are not technical persons, your authorities. But if you want to share your report to to the cybersecurity team, to the SOC analyst, then you can share this report. Okay,
Okay.
so here you can
Yeah.
notice this is vulnerability by host, and these are the vulnerabilities. Now, this is the number one vulnerability, which is Apache Tomcat EGP connector. And here you can see start time, information of the scan, the net BIOS scan, the IP address, the OS of your target, the description of your report, the synopsis, and then see also. It is like a references. Okay, and here we have this risk factor, the high risk, and then other informations in the references. Then your second vulnerability, and this is also the screenshot or the output of your report, like output of the vulnerability, like what is the output when this vulnerability is exploited. So this is the output. And secondly, your second report here, which is bind shell backdoor detection. Like you can open the bind shell or a backdoor in the target machine. Okay, and here you can see the description, solution, risk factors, critical here, and so on, other information. So you will get each and every information in very detail when you will click on this second option of this report, which is detailed vulnerabilities by host. So it depends on whom you are sharing. On the basis of that, you can click on this option. So Nexus, that is why is a very powerful tool. First, it will scan for the high level vulnerabilities, and secondly, it will also like you can use it on in the enterprise, and also it will generate report automatically. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, it's
How
clear
we
to
can
me.
generate a report? Okay.
Yeah. So get it.
Then second application is we have this Zap here. Okay, over Zap. So it is again scanning the vulnerabilities, and it is only for the examination purpose. So it is a bit complex. So you can again it is pre-installed in your Linux, in your Kali Linux, but you have to install in your Windows if you are using in the Windows. So here we will going to use in the Windows. If you want to use in the Linux, so you can simply search here in your Linux.
Okay.
You can click here and you can search for the Zap. Here. Basically, I'm using a different version of Linux. That is why this it is not installed in my Linux, but it is installed in your Linux.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you are using VMware version. I'm using virtual machine version. Okay.
No,
So I'm
okay.
going to use in the Windows. You can search for OneZip and download. If you want to use in the Windows, you can. And here you can click on Zip. And you can click on this Windows installer. So let me check. Yes. So you can click on download. Now OWASP is a website. So if you search for OWASP top 10, OWASP is a website which will, it is like an open source or we can say a non-profit organization which will
Okay.
show you the details of the attacks, show you the details of all the top level vulnerabilities. For example, if you
Okay.
search for OWASP top 10, it will show you the vulnerabilities like top 10 vulnerabilities in the area, in this particular year. For example, in the 2017, where this injection is like a top level vulnerability, then broken authentication, then sensitive data exposure, and so on. In
Okay.
2021, like it surveys in every 2 years or in every 3 years. So here where this broken access control is like a top level vulnerability in 2021, then cryptographic failures, then injection, and so on. Broken access
Okay.
authentication is like authentication and authorization vulnerabilities. Okay, like login pages and so on. So you can go through this website and you can go read this blog page. Okay, it is important. So you will find the top 10 vulnerabilities in this particular year.
Mhm.
So it is again a non-profit organization, and it is like good for the news and for the documentation.
Okay.
Okay, so after downloading, you can simply install it.
Okay.
If you are using this Zap in your Windows, then with this Zap you have to install the Firefox. You can
Okay.
also work with Chrome, but you can install Firefox with this Zap if you are using in the Windows. If you are using
Mhm.
in the Linux, then again Firefox is pre-installed in your Linux. Then click on
Okay.
Next and Next. Okay, and click on Finish. So this is the your Zap application, and you can double click and open it.
Okay.
It is important for the examination because if you are applying for the practical examination, then you will get the machine to scan any application or any machine with the help of Zap. And if you are applying for the theoretical, then you will get around 3 to 4 questions on the Zap. Okay, that is why it is
Okay.
important.
Mhm.
Okay, now it is asking for another. You can click on allow here.
Mhm.
Now it is asking for some options that if you want to scan any particular website or any API or any application, then do you want to save the session for that scan? So you can click on, if you
Mhm.
want to save the session, you can click on this first option, or you can click on the second option. Okay, like in the first option, it is asking if you want to save the session and you want to save the name while current timestamp. Then you can click on this
Okay.
first option, otherwise second option. Like if you want to specify the name and location by yourself.
Mhm.
And if you don't want to save, then you can click on this third option. So I just don't want to save and click on start. Now this is the interface of your Zap. So before using Zap, you have to set up the proxy and the certification.
Yeah.
Basically, we have to
Mhm.
use this Zap application with the help of Firefox or with the help of any
Okay.
browser. So let me open the
Mhm.
Firefox. So now I have to connect my Firefox with this Zap application. Okay, then only we can use it. So before connecting
Okay.
this Zap with my Firefox, we have to install a
Mhm.
certification. Okay, so here you can click on this tools here and you can click on this options. And here you will, it is installing some add-ons. Yeah, you have to click on this tools here and click on options.
Mhm.
If you are using in the Linux, then it is also important in the Linux. Okay, then in
Okay.
the options, you will get option for I think they have changed the option in this new update. This option of importing a certification that is in the options only.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the certification. You can click on tools and options. And here you can click on this network. And here you will find the server certificates. Okay, and click
Okay.
on save, import here.
Mhm.
Export as option of. Click on save here. So you can
Okay.
save this certification on any location, let's say on desktop, and click on save.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we have to save this certification, and after saving, you have to open the Firefox. So this is the certification we have to install on the in the Firefox. And why it is important? Because ZAP is a verified application. Okay, and
Okay.
so we have to tell the Firefox that we are using a verified application. Okay, because
Mhm.
Firefox has its own security issues or security reasons. So if you want to use any application with the Firefox or with any browser, you have to install that
Mhm.
application certification in that browser to trust that
Mhm.
we are using a verified application. So you can open the Firefox, click on settings, and click on manage more settings.
Okay.
Here you can search for certificates
Mhm.
and click on view certificates. And here click on authorities and click on import. And then here you
Okay.
can select your certificate here and click on open.
Mhm.
And here you have to click on this first option, which is trust the CA and trust the CA, both options. And then click on
Mhm.
OK and click on OK. Okay, now we can
Yeah.
freely use this application Zap with the Firefox. Now, how to use
Okay.
it? So here you have to set the proxy. So you can click on control settings here and click on manage more settings. And you can search
Mhm.
for proxy here. Click on settings in the Firefox. And you can click
Mhm.
on manual proxy configuration, this option. And here you have to type a
Mhm.
proxy. So proxy is 127.0.0.1. So it is a localhost proxy, 0.0.0.1. And port number
Mhm.
is 8080. Okay, and port number is 8080. This is same in your machine also. You have to set this proxy, a localhost proxy, and this port number. And also click on
Okay.
this option, which is also use this proxy for HTTPS, and click on OK. So this is important whenever we are using Zap with the browser. Because now whatever the request we are going to make with the Zap, it will move to Firefox and then it will move to the server. Like Zap
Mhm.
is coming in the middle of your browser and your server. So whatever request
Okay.
you are making, let's say you are making the request to Amazon.com. So whenever you are
Mhm.
making a request to Amazon.com here, let's say if I'm making a request, you will notice here in the browser we have this sites option. Okay, this sites option. Currently it is empty here. We don't have any sites. But once you search for any website, let's say
Yeah.
Amazon.com.
Mhm.
So now this medium, login, email. Zap is what? We can click on this advanced and accept the risk. Right. See, whatever we will search, these sites will appear here. You can see under sites where this http support mozilla.org, and we have second website here. It is the Firefox website only. But whatever the sites you will search here, you will search on your browser, they will appear in the Zap here under sites.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
this Zap is sitting in the middle of your browser and your server. For example, you are browsing Amazon.com. So whenever you make a request to Amazon, first that request move to here, and then it will move to Amazon server. And whatever the response coming from the Amazon, first it will come to your Zap, and then it will move to your browser. So that is why we have
Okay.
set this proxy in the Firefox, because we want to
Mhm.
make this Zap to sit in the middle of your browser and your server, like your browser and your outside network. So whatever the request and response come from like back and forth from this browser, it will first come in my Zap, and then it will move to browser or on the server. That is
Yeah.
why we have set the proxy here. Is it clear the why we have set this proxy?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
whenever we are scanning the website, we need
Mhm.
Zap here. Like we need these sites here. Then only we can scan the proxy here.
Mhm.
Okay, like we can scan the websites here.
Okay.
Okay, so currently there's some problem in this Zap. Like I have to check it. Okay, so what we can do, we can continue tomorrow, because again the meeting is going to end in 2 minutes. So I
Okay.
will ask the management to fix this issue, and then
Yeah.
tomorrow we will continue. Okay,
Yeah.
because
That's
again you have to
fine.
connect again for the after this meeting will end. Okay, so
Okay.
rest we will
Yeah.
continue tomorrow, and
Yeah.
tomorrow we will discuss this Zap and this Bubsuit in some more
Okay.
applications.
Yeah.
Any
That's fine.
questions?
Yeah. No questions so far.
Okay, so please practice on the Windows machine as well as Metasploitable and try to make the report of it. Okay,
Okay. I'll
and
try
once
that.
you have created the report, you can share it to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
any
do.
other questions?
No. It's fine.
Okay, the rest we will continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.